So this video I'm calling Quick PvP Settings for the Discerning Diplomat. What I want to do is kind of like a two-part thing, kind of a short, quick walkthrough of 3 PvP settings that are currently in the options in Alpha 2. And then if you want to stick around and hear me wax philosophical about my choices, why I picked them, feel free to do so. But the first thing I want you all to be aware of, if you open the options menu and you go to gameplay, and then you go to combat, scroll down to PvP. And there's 3 settings that I'm going to read off and just explain them really quickly. And then, once again, feel free to jump or hang around. So we've got include untargeted non-combatants with area of effect abilities, require force PvP to use harmful abilities on combatants, and require force PvP to use beneficial abilities on combatants. Okay? So first, really quick, a combatant means someone who is flagged, right? Someone who looks like purple, magenta, whatever that color is, right? So if you hold down Alt, it flags you temporarily. If you press Alt plus F by default, it force flags you for PvP until you turn it off, okay? A non-combatant is just a regular player who has not flagged themselves for PvP. So it's important to know that. These settings don't impact anything to do with corrupted players, so we're not going to talk about that right now. So the first one, if you leave that unchecked, when you use AoE abilities, it's not going to accidentally attack someone. If you check that box, include untargeted non-combatants with area of effect abilities, it will do damage to people who are not flagged and therefore flag you, and potentially you could become corrupted if you killed someone who did not decide to attack you back, right? The second one, require force PvP to use harmful abilities on combatants. So this setting is something that I didn't understand. I didn't know a ton about. When I thought you had to hard flag for PvP to attack someone else who is flagged, if you uncheck this setting, you can just be playing. You won't attack anyone by mistake. If you see someone who is flagged, you can attack them and it'll automatically flag you, right? So if you uncheck that box, you can attack anyone who's flagged. When you are not flagged, it'll automatically flag you. And then after a time, it'll automatically unflag you. So that's what that one does. The last one, require force PvP to use beneficial abilities on combatants. This one, if you're in a group and let's say somebody dies and they come back, but someone else nearby looted them and runs away. Looting someone else's stuff flags them for PvP. And then the person in your group says, you know what, I'm not going to put up with that. And they elect to attack that person and flag themselves. With this box checked, as a cleric, I won't be able to heal them. I won't be able to heal them automatically. I'll have to flag myself for PvP to be able to heal them, because providing them a beneficial effect, such as a heal or barrier or something like that, will flag me. If I uncheck that, it will allow me to heal anyone I want, and it'll automatically flag me for PvP if I heal a flagged individual. So that's the gist of those 3 PvP settings. Hopefully that's helpful. If you have questions, comment below. We can have a discussion about it. I'm going to kick over now to the part where I talk about the settings that I picked and why I decided to pick those. So if you're dropping off now to the next one, peace. Otherwise, stick around, and I'm curious to see if you agree, disagree with my choices. All right, buckle up. Here is my opinionated take on the PvP settings for my own choices. And what I recommend as a default, and this may change over time. So I'm never going to check the first option, the include untargeted non-combatants with area of effect abilities. I don't plan on going corrupt. If I ever change my opinion on that, it's going to be for some very specific edge case, or maybe before the servers, get wiped again or something, just for fun. So I'm always going to leave that unchecked. I recommend that everybody does that, but you do you. The second one, require force PvP to use harmful abilities on combatants. I'm always going to leave that unchecked right now because, PvP is going to happen. Conflicts are going to happen. Not everyone's going to have the same philosophy in how they approach the game. And if I'm with a group and someone wipes us and takes our stuff, I'm probably going to go after them. I'm going to try to kill them. I might kill them and take their stuff, just depending on the situation and what I think is fair. Decide your own morals within the game. So I plan to leave that unchecked. Require force PvP to use beneficial abilities on combatants. For now, I'm going to choose to leave that checked. And the reason that I'm going to do that is I don't want to accidentally make the decision for myself to engage in a conflict if I don't agree with what a group member does, right? So if somebody in my group decides to do something that's griefing on their own and ends up flagged for PvP, and I do some AoE heals, which I have quite a few of as a cleric, and now I'm flagged, and when the angry person comes around the corner and they see that I'm flagged too, they're like, oh, this guy's in on it too, that jerk, I don't necessarily think I need to be obsessed with what everyone thinks of me in a video game, but I just don't want to put myself in that position unless I actually want to engage. So for now, I'm going to, either engage with that person in combat to be able to heal my party members that are in combat, or force flag myself. If it becomes annoying, especially I'm level 20 now, if I get to level, 22 to 25 and I'm doing a lot more PvP stuff that's not, where I'm, automatically flagged up in an event or something like that, I may choose to uncheck that and just be okay with flagging, like if I'm always running with my guild or something like that. But for now, I'm still in that leveling phase. I'm grouping with a lot of you, randomly. Those are the settings that I think are going to work best for me. So just to recap, I don't want to accidentally attack unflagged people. I'm fine with auto-flagging myself to attack flagged people. And I don't want to just automatically flag up by accidentally healing someone who is flagged. So once again, that's my quick PvP settings for the Discerning Diplomat. Very curious what you agree with, what you disagree with. I've been having a lot of fun having discussions in the comments so far, and then, even in party chat and global chat with you guys too on Lyneth. So until the next one, peace.